going to have an interesting one this morning because we're going for the hard way. Going for the hard way. Big up to Rick's Cafe for making the morning trend happen right now on Power 95. You know, they are open for business as usual right now. Check it out. Rick's Cafe, walk in, dance out. It's all about Trapped in the 90s tonight, so I thought it would be appropriate if it is I speak with some of the DJs that are now going to be inside of Trapped in the 90s tonight. I got to say good morning, first of all, to DJ Danny. Danny, what's going on?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Everything's good on my side. I know how you all doing on your side.
We all right. We hanging in there. Got a shout out. Sub Junior, what's going on, man?
Hey, I did, man. Cool.
Yeah, you're cool. You're cool. Waiting for later. And
yeah,
this guy told me that he has never, ever been interviewed in his life. Right? On stage all over the place and has never been interviewed in his life. Good morning.
Morning.
I call you Troy, I call you Blackstorm. Which one?
It doesn't matter, you know. Anyone will do. Anyone will work.
Oh, you see, all you see getting character now, eh? You getting character now. All right. First things first. Danny, let me start with you. Now, Trapped is going to be later on tonight, as you know, from 7 p.m. But it's a virtual experience, right? What is your mindset going to be for tonight? Seeing that it is virtual, you don't have a crowd in front of you.
That's a challenge. I'm not a radio DJ per se, so I am not accustomed to the no audience kind of vibes, kind of feel.
Right.
I'm always in the middle of a party when you're playing, and I'm playing. But lately, since we entered the COVID situation, I've now started growing into the playing virtually, playing without a crowd, playing without seeing people dancing and stuff like that. So I'm gradually breaking into that process.
All right.
But I think I'm capable enough to adapt to the situation.
Of course, you're capable. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on the cast. We don't hire people that are not competent around here. Yeah. All right. Let me shout out my brethren. Sub Junior, what's going on, man?
Yeah, good.
I know you tell me you're not a big talker, eh? So,
no, man. I have a choice now, you know. I have a choice.
You have a choice now. Well, I know you brought up a lot of talking, so it should be in your DNA at some part of the way, you know. Now, what's one of your fondest memories from the 90s? You would say.
Well, being honest, is how I really started thing, you know. And I still want to big up Blackstorm on that because I end up had my first play out.
Right.
You understand? Yeah, so that is something I would never forget, and I think that was like around 94 kind of way now.
Wait,
yeah.
You played 94?
Huh?
You have plenty of almanac in your house, man.
No, I know it was around that time. I could tell it was around that time.
What's around 94?
Around that time, yeah. Sometime in the 90s, though. But closer to that, yeah.
Yeah.
That was something I can't really forget, you know. It was a pleasure.
Bringing up Blackstorm on that one. Let me go to Blackstorm right now. I'm making history today, boy. Your first interview ever. So I gotta get this one right.
Yeah.
Blackstorm.
Yeah, my brother.
Well, you and I started DJing around the same time when I came to Grenada, right? I remember when I was going to PBC, they said, you know, it had this DJ from where you used to live. Was in the Limes?
Limes, yeah.
Right? That's when you had your song system, and I think you had a pair of the Techniques 1210 turntables. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Right? Your name Blackstorm, so you had to get the black version of the turntables.
That's right.
What would you say is for you is the biggest difference with parties in the 90s versus parties now? For you?
Well, parties in the 90s, it was more challenging in the sense that in those days we used to use vinyl records, right? So going to a party, you had like, let's say 4 or 5 crates of records.
Yeah.
Right? Every DJ at the time would have had the same, if not similar, you know, kind of selections now. So when you go to a party and you have 3 or 4 DJs, everybody have the same records, and the 2 DJs that played before you played out all the hits. It's not like now where you would have like 60,000 songs in your database, in your laptop, when they go up to a party. So you have to be very creative. You understand? To keep that party pumping. Let's say you get to play like, well, now that we call prime time, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and the DJs before you, they get to rinse out. Yeah, you know, that used to be a real challenge. Whereas now, you know, you can afford to work with your whole library. You know, that would make it much easier for a DJ. So partying in the 90s compared to now is so much easier. I would say. You understand? Because it's wider, you know?
Yeah,
you have more choices. Yeah.
Basically, whether you have one MP3 on your laptop or you have 10,000, the laptop weighs the same weight.
It's the same weight, yeah. You know, especially traveling, going to DJ overseas in the 90s scratch, you know. Like, let's say you had to go to Montreal, Toronto, USA, wherever. And you know you cannot travel with that 4 crates of records, so you had to pack like 2.
Partner,
and
you
weight
have to pay
was
overweight.
Right. So no,
Unless you know somebody by that counter, you're paying overweight.
Right. And not only that, no, remember you had to go and do transit. So you had to go through Barbados or Trinidad. You know, so it was real challenging back in those days. And again, you might like I remember one of my first gigs going to Montreal. I was up against Howie T from Trinidad. Right? And imagine Howie T playing before you scratch. And he rinsing. Only 2 quicker records you have. You understand?
Yeah, I'm back up.
You understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's so much different now. Right now, I just show my bag on the back of my laptop and I gone. I don't care where you come in. I think I'm versatile enough. You understand? Just switch up my thing and hit you left, right, center, and defend myself. You know?
Danny.
Yeah.
As an experienced DJ, what would you say are some of the differences with when you were playing in the 90s versus now?
I have a slightly different perspective to how Blackstorm see it.
I want to hear it.
In that it has been proven scratch that the more music a DJ is exposed to, it's sometimes more difficult for him to play. All right. If you do a DJ search or whatever it is, and you go around and listen to DJs playing from their laptops, you notice everybody has 17 or 20,000 songs, but how much do they play? How much? 5 DJs in a party, and if they play as much as 500 songs, different songs, then that's a lot. So I think back in the days when you had a limited amount of records, and you knew how to use that records to the point. Okay,
well, they all say less is more.
Yes, less is more.
Right.
In that sense, you know how to use that to the point and make it work. You know, that flip side had a song. You remember. You can remember that flip side had a song.
Right.
Now you can't remember which song they on the cutout rhythm. You can't remember which song they on the quicksand rhythm.
Right.
You have to it's so much more to remember now. And that part I think made it a bit easier back then. And back then also, Grenadians was not exposed to much different type of genres of music, in that we was not big on hip hop in the 90s, basically. We were more into dancehall
until Simply Smooth came.
Until Simply Smooth and Scratch Master came and started to just turn the things around.
We had to kind of change it a little bit.
Yeah, so we were basically more a dancehall, reggae, and soca kind of crowd.
Right.
So we had a work cut out for us basically, but now we are exposed to so much more. So much now we're into Latin and all now.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
So a DJ has the task of now compiling, even have to compile more music for his party now.
Yeah.
And actually, we have a bit of Latin for tonight, eh?
Well, it pays to be versatile. So let me ask you, being that you started in the 90s, obviously with vinyl and so on, we all know what the struggle was having to lift up these crates of records, and DJs were probably more fit back then because you had so because you had to lift up all the I told people this story already. I remember walking with 2 crates of records from St. Paul's to Wester Hall. I wasn't driving yet. I walked
Scratch.
with 2 crates.
You talk about 2 crates of records. Imagine
Uh-huh.
you get a tape to go at Baines up a level,
Uh-huh.
3 decker nightclub, and you have to go with that sound system.
Oh my God. No.
Yes. Let me just chip in there. That's one of my favorite memories of the 90s.
Uh-huh.
Every DJ had to work with their own song system.
Yeah.
That used to. Before I continue that, I wanted to ask Sub this question. From the 90s to now, right? Now that you're using laptops, and I have to say, Sub Junior is one of the DJs that I have a lot of respect for, in the sense that he goes in. You know, when Sub goes in, Sub goes in. Right?
Stop to make me jump out myself.
Yeah.
Until you can't keep up.
Yeah, that's the right way to put it. So some DJs make it jump out to yourself. If they make you want to mash up, like management will have to buy back stuff inside of here by the time they finish. But what I want to find out is it easier for you to play now than it was to play in the 90s?
Well, the truth is, I think it's easier for me to play 90s music right now than the regular music, like the new set of music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more into the 90s more than now. It's challenging to play. The music now, it can stick in. It's like a tune come now and then a next one bust next week. So it's like you forgot that song that I played last week, and then so I think it easier. It was easier in the 90s than now. Yeah.
What I could add to
the 90s than the recent one. I'll juggle anything, but when you come to the 90s, I'll get crazy.
It's like second nature for you. What I could say is that, remember, in the 90s, artists had to be good in order to get record deals, in order for producers or labels to take you on, because there wasn't any digital stuff then, right, in terms of music. So everything was all vinyl. And as all of you all will know as well, we're in an age now where everything is pretty instant. So music comes out literally every day, and especially in Jamaica and in the States, you have a bunch of rhythms coming out. But in the 90s, whenever a rhythm came out, remember, we would have to get our records from like Dells and so on, unless you travel overseas. But if a rhythm came out today, you ain't getting 10 other rhythms until, some time has passed. So the music was allowed to breathe. If you understand where I'm coming from.
The songs lasted longer. As you say, because now everything is almost instant. I mean, that is so correct. Because if a new Shabba ranking, like back in the 90s, you ain't getting that here not until the next 3 weeks to a month when Chris Dells or one of them bring it in, and after that, then it would last for the next 5 months or so. Right now, when you get a new Vibes Cartel, by next week, Vibes Cartel giving you a next one, and you can play the same day.
Yeah.
Right? And the one that came out last week, that
I know you mean.
By the time.
Tell me, I know what you mean. Somebody here. Well, I have two things. Somebody say big up Turbocharge. Obviously, everybody here would remember Turbocharge records. And somebody's asking, ask Sub how much Concord needle he break already.
Concord is not a needle you could actually get, you could have buy them time being. To buy a Concord needle, you have to have the cash,
You have to have the money, and you have to be getting playouts.
I think I broke some that too already. I think I broke Concord. Concord, you have to be very careful with it.
I hear that name a needle, boy.
No, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Back then, if a DJ were to allow you to play on his system, you better work with your own needles, Especially if he was using Concord, you better work with your dad too. Hey, you had a needle.
Yeah. Going back to what you were saying, Danny, about one of the things with the 90s was that DJs used to walk with their own sound system. I remember, like, in the days of Q West, right? You would go to a dance in Q West, and literally you would have, like, say, Small close with his system in one corner. You would have Hot Wax and them guys with their, their system in another corner. And it almost was like a competition with these guys to see who would have the cleaner sound system
And
and
the
the
heaviest
heavier
bass.
sound system.
The bass,
Yeah.
the bass, the bass.
You know, the bass. You know, it was something. It was really, really something else. So
Let me just add something to that, Scratch. Apart from just being a good selector back in the 90s, now that we're talking sound system, right? You could have been the best selector, playing real good songs, you understand? But then, if you have a jump on song and you coming up against Small, and big up to Small, close to the fellas, watching it. All the big songs, when the fellas come on, it's like, you ain't play nothing, you ain't do nothing yet, you know? You know? So, surviving the 90s as a songman, as a DJ was not easy. I mean, I think it's harder. It was harder in the 90s than now.
because
right? Because
people used to
everybody
tell you how they felt. People used to always tell the DJ how they felt.
Yeah.
And they would let you know unapologetically.
And I could attest to that, Scratch. The reason why much people didn't know me in the 90s DJing is because I didn't have an up to par sound system, basically. My sound system was not in the caliber of Vicar and Small Clothes and them, so that they were the recognized people because they had the sound system to go with it. Blackstorm was one of the guys who came out from down here, from my side, with a proper sound system. So he started break out that sound part.
Let me tell you something.
Into the sound system thing.
Them men from the country had the heavier sound system. They I tell you. Right? Back in the 90s, you couldn't test them men from the country.
Them country.
Right? And I mean it in any bad way, but those sound systems in the country were heavy.
Big up to Vicar, Small Clothes, Thunder Rebel, Hot Wax. These were the names, these were the names that rang the bell back then.
Somebody saying here too much laptop DJs now. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I honestly think that the craft has become easier, which is a good thing. Technology. I always embrace the technology, being able to walk with a laptop and have a vast library. But I also believe that as it gets easier, your responsibility increases, right? In terms of not taking these things for granted, because let's not forget, not all DJs came up in the 90s. We have younger ones coming up now, and their first thing that they are seeing with regards to music and being able to play is a laptop. So some would not understand the struggle and the cost factor that we had, buying records, hoping customs and searching when you come back and all them kind of things. You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
True.
But as I wrap it up right now, let me see. Boy, Facebook going busy right now, boy. Wait. Oh Lord, come on to the people thing. Hold a second. Let me see. Yeah, somebody saying the milk crate, the bigging up Haro and DJ Harris. Yeah, the people do remember. Also Scientists and Eddie. Back for tonight now, because we know what's happening tonight. From 7 p.m., we're going to be going live on Power 95's website. Sub, tell me what you have in store for us later tonight. How are you
Right now,
mentally getting yourself ready for tonight? Because remember, it's virtual. So right now, rain cannot stop this. Right?
I want to see. Just log on to the page and you go hear for yourself.
You're going to make
I'm saying nothing. Action speak louder than words right now. Just come and listen some tune. That's all.
Actions speak louder than words, boy. That's how together there, boy. Blackstorm. As you wrap it up, tell me tonight.
Tonight, what I like about this party, this virtual trap, is now Paul been around like about 4 years, right? And we'll be doing the trap in venues.
Yeah.
Taking people back into the days how we used to party in the 90s. Now tonight, what we are actually going to be doing, because of this whole pandemic, the party tonight is virtual. So we're taking people back to how we used to party, let's say last year or year before, in the 90s way. If you understand what I'm saying. So that for me is a whole new experience now. Like, I mean, there's no crowd, nobody, just us entertaining the people. So it's a whole new experience. So I kind of looking forward to it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I am as well. Also, Danny, I'm gonna end on you right now tonight. Tell me.
Well, yeah, tonight, as I said, we're gonna just come give it our best shot. I'm gonna give my best shot in terms of my selections and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna be more relaxed because you don't have you don't have 2,000 people watching in your eyes to see, well, okay, how you used to do it in the 90s, you know. Now you're more you're more in an enclosed environment.
Right.
You
But
know, so
there's some DJs that need a crowd in order to perform, huh?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
Some some.
I think I may be one of them, but
Uh-huh.
you know, but
I mean,
let's see.
I have confidence.
You see, right now, everything now is imaginary, yeah? So you
Mm.
just imagine in the stadium, 10,000 in front there.
Imagine,
And
imagine the power. Imagine the power. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks very much for taking some time to speak this morning on Inside of the Morning Trend. All right. Looking forward to seeing you guys later. Trapped in the 90s is on, right?
all right.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
man.
Tonight.
Yeah. Plenty vibes
All
today.
right.
Everybody stay
All
safe
right.
and we'll catch you later on.
All
Yes,
right.
indeed.
Later.
That was
All right.
Blackstorm, Sub Junior, and DJ Danny. Three of them inside of Power 95. Don't forget, it came to the kind compliments of Rick's Cafe. Walk in, dance out. Rick's Cafe, they are open and ready to serve you today. They made the morning trend happen this morning. Facebook is going off, man. Let me see. Yeah, anyway, I'll check those comments in a bit. We're going to comment a whole lot more right here. We got a hit coming up inside Power